The jury is still out on professional wrestling. Now, in a bid for deregulation, even promoters of the long popular TV sport are saying what skeptics have said all along: it's more entertainment than sport. Needless to say, those who actually go to the mat don't all agree, not even with each other. With us this morning from KATU TV in Portland, Oregon, is former pro wrestler turned actor Roddy Piper. And here in New York with me is Bruce Baumgartner, former Olympic wrestling champ and now an assistant wrestling coach at Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania. Nice to have both of you with us.
Good morning.
I would say that I'll start with the actual definition that I read in the transcripts. It's called an activity in which the participants struggle hand in hand primarily for the purpose of providing entertainment rather than conducting a bona fide athletic contest. Roddy, that's the actual definition that the World Wrestling Federation used to define its own product.
Well, can I clear up a couple of things
Sure.
right off the top?
Absolutely.
First of all, you know, like America, read my lips, I'm no phony. If wrestling is entertainment and beating up people is their way of deriving entertainment, I'm one of the greatest entertainers in the world. But I'll tell you what's going on here. What we have in America is we have commissions in every state that are just a sham, with the exception of maybe Jim Binns in Philadelphia. They're just a sham, and what they do is they take advantage of the professional wrestlers. They charge them. We have in Oregon here, I have a sheet right here where they have them take mandatory age tests. They have them, it says here, drug test, mandatory for wrestlers, physician's discretion for boxers. In this here, they do nothing. They make you license the guards around the ring that have nothing to do with wrestling. Sugar Ray Leonard come down, and he wanted to just sit in the corner, and they say, we're going to charge you. They're just, you know, for years they have been charging us, and so what the WWF did is take the best position they could take and say, hey, how can we expose this fraud that the commissions are doing to us? They're stealing millions of dollars under false pretenses.
If I understand you then correctly, you're saying that a lot of the promoters and things get into it, and that there are a lot of wrestlers there who are doing it for real, but that because of this intervention and the pressure, that some of it would be real and some of it would not be real.
Yeah, absolutely. I fight. You know, there's a lot of showbiz in it, absolutely. But the bottom line is, when you're paying $150 to see me, sweetheart, I'm fighting my buns off for you and my family. Now,
and you're not taking a fall, predetermined?
I've never taken a dive for nobody ever.
Okay, I just want to stop here just for a moment. And Bruce, you got a gold medal at Los Angeles 1984, silver at Seoul last year.
Yes.
That is amateur wrestling. But a lot of people would call that the real wrestling. What is unreal?
Wrestling.
Yeah, Olympic style. What is unreal then about professional wrestling?
Well, I debate the fact whether it is a real competition between two athletes. I think it's staged theatrics. I mean, it's entertainment. You know, I think the people that do it are very athletically inclined and maybe good athletes. But as far as some of the things they actually do, you know, in the ring, I don't think two human beings could do that full 100% and not hurt each other or kill each other.
All right, Roddy, I think what Bruce is saying, I mean, I think a lot of us that watch it would say, come on, you walk right into, seemingly deliberately, to the other guy's favorite hold.
I'll tell you, first, Bruce, I understand what you're saying, and I want to preface it by saying, Bruce, you guys, you had a huge tournament, all the great amateurs, and I was an amateur champion 167 myself. And you had a huge tournament, and after the tournament was over, all the amateurs, the winner said, you know, you had about 2,000 people in Vegas, and the winner said, well, I think we could have used a couple of drop kicks and an interview. Because, folks, you're great athletes. Yes, I'm all busted up. You know, I've been retired for a year and a half now, and yeah, there's showbiz in it. We have a great time entertaining you. But at the same time, if there's no competitive value, I'm not going to go and watch a wrestling match or a horse race if I know that you're going to pick who the winners are. One of the things that you come to watch is who's going to win and who's going to lose. Sure, we hot dog a lot, but it's entertainment. That part is entertainment. But we are actual competitors that are being prostituted by a commission. That's our main goal. Is to get rid of the commissions, because they're doing nothing for us. Wait a second. They don't give us any benefits. They don't do a darn thing for us. We're self-employed.
But that's another issue. But that's another issue. The issue here is whether or not you guys go out there and say, okay, you're going to take the fall today, and I'm going to be the winner today.
No, is the reason is that another issue, though? Or is the reason the WWF said that is to expose the commission? What else are they going to say once you got them cornered like that and you keep pounding on them? The commission takes millions of dollars from them. How do you handle a situation like that? Other than say, okay, If that's what you want to believe, okay, friends, it's all a show. Now get off our backs and quit stealing money from us.
Okay, now Roddy just said the people wouldn't come out and watch this if it wasn't real. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's from kids to grandmothers.
I think they watch it more because it is staged. They build the excitement. There's always a good guy, bad guy image. I know some people that have wrestled professionally or have been asked to wrestle professionally, and the people that I know that have been asked, they never come out and say, when you're trying to sign the contract, that you have to take a dive. They approach it and they say and explain it as a business, and that you have to do favors for certain people and favors for other people, but it is a business more or less than a sports activity.